Did Papoose really move on from Remy Ma, or is this just part of a bigger drama? The story of Papoose and Remy Ma once had everyone believing in love, but now it's starting to look more like a reality show filled with cheating, betrayals, and shocking twists. Get ready, because what we're about to dive into will leave you questioning everything about this couple. Their fairy tale romance, the controversies, the breakups. This has more turns than a Hollywood blockbuster. So buckle up, because what we're about to unpack might just leave you speechless. It's almost a fairy tale. Papoose risking jail time just to see Remy Ma while she was incarcerated. The man was so in love, he even married her over the phone when they couldn't tie the knot in person. That's dedication, right? Their first wedding, an emotional, intimate moment, had the world rooting for them. After her release, they had their dream wedding. They blended their mixed families into one. Papoose had 3 children before he met Remy, and she had one. Together, they made it work. Their family vibe was something to be admired. Everything looked perfect until Father's Day 2023, when something felt off. The world noticed when Remy, who had always praised Papoose, failed to even acknowledge him on that day. Father's Day in 2023 came and went with no mention of Papoose from Remy. For years, she had never missed an opportunity to shower him with praise for being the amazing husband and father he is. But this year, nothing. Not even a simple shout out on social media. To make matters worse, Papoose posted a family photo, and Remy was nowhere to be seen. It wasn't just her absence in the photo that had people talking. It was the absence of her child from a previous relationship as well. Normally, Remy would be front and center, proud of her family. Fans began asking questions. Was there trouble in paradise? Why wasn't she there with him on a day that called for a public shout-out? Rumors started circulating quickly, and curiosity began to spread. The situation escalated when word on the street suggested that Remy was spending time with none other than Eazy, the block captain. And not just spending time, but reportedly getting involved in a romantic relationship with him. Now, this wasn't just any rapper. Eazy moved in the same circles as Papoose. The drama was inevitable. Eazy was known to have been somewhat of a controversial figure himself, and having him involved with Remy only added fuel to the fire. This wasn't going to be an easy situation to navigate for anyone involved, especially Papoose. At an industry event, the rumors turned into something more tangible. It wasn't just talk anymore. Papoose and Eazy allegedly got into a heated altercation. The report said that Papoose didn't just push Eazy aside for a talk, no, he allegedly knocked him out cold. The spectacle was the talk of social media for days. Eazy, of course, tried to downplay the situation, attempting to convince everyone that it was all a lie, saying, "You guys want something bad to happen to me so bad. It's the same as hating men and females. You all should get the real story before you speak." But despite his efforts to minimize the drama, the fact that Papoose didn't comment or address it made things even more suspicious. Remy, ever the fighter, didn't stay silent for long. Her cryptic responses and her public attempts to clear the air only fueled the fire. What struck fans most wasn't just the cheating rumors, it was Papoose's silence. This was a man who once defended Remy no matter what. So when he remained quiet as rumors swirled about her infidelity, people took notice. It wasn't just about what was being said, it was about how Papoose responded, or rather didn't respond. The old Papoose would have immediately shut those rumors down, publicly defending Remy. But now, silence. His refusal to clarify things spoke volumes. Fans began to speculate. Was Papoose finally seeing Remy for who she really was? Or was something deeper going on behind the scenes that none of us could fully understand? It wasn't long before the situation took yet another dramatic turn. Enter Clarissa Shields, the world champion boxer. And just when you thought things couldn't get more complicated, Clarissa and Papoose started showing up together. Remy wasn't happy about it, and it showed. She didn't mince words when she took to social media, accusing Clarissa of trying to ruin her life and even mocking her in private messages. The tension between the two women quickly escalated. It wasn't just about Clarissa and Papoose's relationship. It was about Remy trying to hold on to her former husband, while Clarissa stepped in as the new woman in Papoose's life. As Papoose and Clarissa's bond grew stronger, so did Remy's resentment. Papoose wasn't hiding his relationship with Clarissa anymore, and the public was eating it up. The photos, the posts, it was clear. This wasn't just a fling. Remy, who had been trying to hold on to whatever dignity she had left, wasn't taking it well. She launched a full-blown verbal attack on Clarissa, calling her desperate and accusing her of manipulating Papoose. Remy wasn't just angry, she was furious. How could Papoose move on so quickly? How could he move on with someone who had been in the same circles as her? It was as though she couldn't accept the reality that Papoose had truly moved on, and not just from her, but with Clarissa, someone who, for all intents and purposes, seemed to be the opposite of her. Remy's response? Nothing short of fiery. She couldn't let it go that easily. After all, Papoose was the man who once adored her, defended her, and stood by her through thick and thin. But now, as rumors of Clarissa and Papoose's love grew louder, Remy's rage only deepened. She even hinted at a fight in the ring with Clarissa. It was as though she couldn't accept the reality that the love story she thought was unbreakable had come to a crashing halt. Papoose, once her protector, was now actively living out a new chapter with someone else. But what Remy failed to see was that maybe, just maybe, she had pushed him to this point. And then came the real bombshell. Eazy the block captain, Remy's supposed new lover, had been cheating on her too. It turned out that Eazy had been secretly seeing other women for some time. Insiders claimed that Eazy had never cut off his side pieces, even when he started dating Remy. This revelation was the straw that broke the camel's back. Remy had been so focused on her ex-husband's new relationship that she hadn't even realized that her own was falling apart at the seams. But the truth was undeniable. Eazy had been playing her just as she had once played Papoose. She was blindsided, and in her anger and frustration, she turned her attention to Papoose and Clarissa as though her own missteps were justifiable. The complexity of the situation was almost surreal. On the one hand, you had Papoose, who had stood by Remy through everything, now moving on with Clarissa Shields. On the other hand, you had Remy, who had cheated on Papoose and now found herself in a relationship with someone who was just as unfaithful as she had been. The drama between Remy and Papoose had always been at the forefront of their relationship, but now it was spilling over into the public eye, with accusations, betrayals, and a fight for dominance between the two women in Papoose's life. So, what does all of this mean? Is Papoose truly in love with Clarissa, or is this his way of getting back at Remy? And what about Remy? How will she handle the truth about her own relationships unraveling? This isn't just a love story, it's a scandal that continues to shock. One thing is for certain, though. Remy and Papoose are no longer the golden couple they once were. The tension between them, the public fights, the silent treatment, it all signals the end of an era. But maybe, just maybe, there's still a chance for a reconciliation. Perhaps Papoose and Remy will come to terms with their past, and maybe Clarissa will become just another chapter in Papoose's story. But whatever happens next, we can be sure of one thing. This drama is far from over. So what do you think? Is Papoose really in love with Clarissa, or is he just trying to get back at Remy? And how will Remy handle this latest blow? Drop your thoughts below, because we want to know who's really in the wrong here. And don't forget to check out our next video to keep up with the drama. You won't believe what's coming next.